So I feel sufficient of us have joined, and it's pretty good to start with. So first of all, hi everyone. I'm Nikshay, the current Students Executive Head of TechSoc, and you're welcome to the orientation. It's basically the first orientation of TechSoc. The applications are already out, as you must have seen on S-mails. So I just want to know, how is your apping process going on? Like, have you all started the apps, or is it yet to start? Anybody can unmute or write in chat. It's totally fine. Cool. It's yet to start. Nice. So the apps are designed in such a way that it won't take much of a time after your fun days are done. So I've already shared the previous team's uh, contact information. So it would be great after this orientation if you guys contact them and get a clarity on what happened in the previous tenure and how can you improve it, or how to formulate new ideas upon it. So yeah, for now let's proceed with the orientation. So I hope you guys have a rough idea of what TechSoc is. So TechSoc is basically means the Technical Society of IIT Madras. It deals with driving the tech culture. What I mean by driving the tech culture is, uh, you guys know about CFI. CFI is basically the body which develops technology in institute. So students are a part of clubs wherein they work upon projects to develop technology in a particular domain. But CFI doesn't cater to the entire general student body who is not a part of CFI. That's where TechSoc comes into play. We give the exposure of C5, Nirman, ECell, Shastra, and all other bodies and institute which deal with tech in any sense to the entire general student body by the means of workshops, competitions, events, guest lectures, etc. etc. So we basically do everything that other bodies do combined in a single body. That's why we say that we put the tech in the sock. So sock here stands for the society, but this tagline basically refers to that we wear tech along with us as if it's an apparel to us. Moving forward, as I said, who are we? So this is basically a brief introduction for TechSoc. So we are the first stepping stones for all IITians. What I mean by this is, whenever a student joins an IIT, he needs an exposure to what all things are going on. So there are plethora of things going on in IIT at every point of time. So TechSoc helps you map out everything, that whatever is going on, how can you participate into each and everything and get a clarity over things. So, TechSoc events are a set of these are a series of events which would help you gain an exposure to very varied domains of tech, which otherwise you wouldn't have got because you would have just been a part of a single club or a single other body, or maybe you would be learning that domain of tech alone. So TechSoc actually helps you accelerate your journey into exploring tech and figuring out whether you really like this domain or not. So TechSoc is like an ice cream parlor. So in an ice cream parlor, the most amazing thing is you all must have visited an ice cream parlor and have tasted many ice creams before buying one. Now, this tasting of ice creams helps you decide which ice cream you like the most and which you need to pay for. Now, TechSoc also does the same thing. Here, ice creams are the domains of tech. You are still the buyer. So, you still go into, you come to TechSoc, you try to taste every domain of tech, and then you decide what to go further with. One great advantage with TechSoc is it doesn't require a specific high time commitment from you guys for a particular domain of tech, which is very different from the situation wherein you join some other club, which requires whole of your day, whole of your week to be focused onto one particular project you're doing. Now, we are also organizers of the crazy contests and institutes. So these crazy contests would include the high preparation robotics events, I would say the AI hackathons, the 24-hour hackathons, if you would have come across. So these 24 hackathons are basically, these are the flagship events of TechSoc, wherein students come, they start participating, and continuously during a period of 24 hours, they solve a problem statement, and by the end of this 24 hour, they should be able to present their solutions. So this is the most crazy thing about it. By the way, if any one of you have any doubt in between, you can just interrupt me, or towards the end we'll be having a doubt session anyways. We're also the educators of technical content. We have a blog series called Kalam Papers. There's some glitch with the website currently, which shows some security reasons if you try to go over it, but it's totally safe. You can just bypass that security step and go to the blog page to just visit the Kalam Papers. Um, Apart from that, we are the community builders. So because tech is divided into multiple domains, each domain requires specific connections with the seniors who have worked very keenly into that domain. So that's where TechSoc comes into picture. We create a community for every domain of tech, wherein we connect seniors who have worked excellently in a particular domain of tech to the set of juniors who have just come to Insti. This helps the juniors to get a guided path on how to start this domain. Supposedly, a junior who is enthusiastic about participating into everything but is not really sure upon how to start with web development and how to start with AI simultaneously. So now, joining into these communities, these juniors can get a very specific roadmaps on how you can start out with these domains, so that he doesn't have to fall into those hit and trial of things of searching through many YouTube channels or online resources or online courses, etc. Finally, in short, we are the team who drives the tech culture of IIT Madras, and we are the pizza lovers because we are the team who orders highest number of pizzas per unit uh, team member size in Insti. Can anyone guess how many pizzas did we order last time? Like in our last tenure? A random guess would be okay. Like it can start anyways from 10 to 50 to 100, maybe. Like whatever your guess is. Okay, one of us say 50. Bro, 1500. Cool, cool, cool. 500 plus. Nice. Total. Hmm. So currently the closest answer is of Sankara Narayanan. So we have ordered around 570 pizzas previous time. So that's just in a particular year, and that's how much pizza lovers TechSoc is. So this is an added advantage. If you join TechSoc, you get to eat pizzas almost every week. Now, dealing with the position of co-curricular sphere, TechSoc holds the central position in it. So co-curricular sphere basically consists of these five bodies, which are TechSoc, CFI, ECEL, Shastra, and Nirman. Now, TechSoc, why is it placed in the center is because, as I told you, the ice cream parlor analogy, TechSoc helps you taste out each and every opportunity before getting into it very seriously. So as a participant, not as a team member, if you are very new to IIT Madras and you want to try out everything, it's better to remain stuck with TechSoc, and we'll help you get a flavor of each of these things. And towards the end of your first year or towards the end of your second year, you get to know that what you are actually interested into, and thereby you can apply into that particular club or that particular student body more enthusiastically and armed with more experience. For the team, the organizing team में, the TechSoc helps you connect with the leadership team of all of these bodies. So you get to connect with the highest tech talent of Insti. Apart from that, you get to connect with the newbies of Insti as well. By newbies, I mean the first years and second years. Soon there'll be 24 batch, so 23 batch won't be the newbies anymore. Now we proceed to the vision of TechSoc. Now TechSoc's vision is very simple. It's just three words. It's environment, resources, and sharing. Our basic goal is to create a tech environment that helps people to get onto tech, start off with it, and pursue excellence into it. We also help the people to get the access of resources which IIT provides. So we fuel that environment with resources, and as and when people participate into events, as and when people pursue towards excellence in tech, we do celebrate their achievements. So celebrating achievements is a motivation for others to pursue tech as well. So because we are in the Indian Institute of Technology and also the NIRF one, we are supposed to develop tech for the nation. So at a very nascent stage, TechSoc helps students develop tech for institute first, so that later on they can develop tech, the higher level techs afterwards. Now going to the team structure. So TechSoc's team is basically divided into four major teams, which are events, sponsorship, build school, and branding. Now this branding has two sub teams, which are content and design. Why content and design is a part of a single team branding is because their work is quite overlapping, and if we try to run these two teams very separately, there would be a kind of a communication gap and a haywire among teams. And because all of the teams are related very strongly to each other, an imbalance in any one of the team can result in the failure of all the other teams. So we'll go to all the teams one by one. Let's start off with events. So events team is basically the heart and soul of TechSoc. So we conduct a lot of events in institute. It's like our average number of events go from anyway from 10 events to 15 events to 20 events per semester. And because the tenure is of 1 year, you can just multiply it with 2 to know the number of events in a year. Now these events can range from anything you can think of. These events may start from as low prep events as a paper plane making event. As you can see in this picture, this was one of our paper plane flight event where students had to build their paper planes in such a way that their aerodynamics is optimized to either optimize the flight timing or the flight distance. Now, you do not require a very high knowledge of aerodynamics in this, but it's more of intuition things. So these events do not require you to prepare a lot of things beforehand and then come to participate into events, but we also have very high prep events, like I would say some robotics events kind, which are similar to the events which happen in Shastra. So if you all do not know, Shastra is the technical fest of IIT Madras, which holds events which are of very very high level. You require to build your robots beforehand and then come to participate in those events. So TechSoc helps you get onto that at a starting from a very nascent stage. When we say enthu is all you need, we actually mean it, because we aim to target people who haven't started on with tech at all, and towards the end of our tenure, we aim to see these guys building up robots, building up websites, building up AI models and whatnot. Now, this picture, what you see is this is the proof of our pizza treats. So this thing is very common in TechSoc events. If you see, most of the events would have pizzas for the participants, irrespective of whether you submit or not. You get to eat pizzas. So this is what excites people towards tech and towards TechSoc events. Um, yeah, moving on to build school. Now build school is a very specific very special vertical, I would say, because it's a contest which runs for 10 weeks. Now 10 weeks, 10 working weeks are equivalent to a semester. So build school is basically a semester long event wherein people get a hands-on experience onto product building. Now, I hope you guys understand product building. If not, no issues. So, product building is basically uh, it's kind of a journey wherein people come up with an idea. This idea it aims to cater a particular problem that either they are facing or they have seen people facing. Now they aim to solve this problem by building a new, either a new hardware machine or a new software which can solve this, and maybe later on this can be scaled up to increase the target audience size. So build school in a single sentence is a 10-week long contest for students of IIT Madras to explore the product building by real life problem solving approaches. One more motto of Build School is like don't build alone. Where this actually helps students to accelerate their journey of ideation, their journey of problem tackling, and creative thinking. See, because uh, the very interesting thing with human mind is when working alone, it improves linearly, but when working in a team, you're bombarded with a lot of ideas, you're bombarded with a lot of problems, you need to figure out the right solutions to them, so your learning curve is exponential. So that's what we need for people in IIT. Yeah. Now comes sponsorships. Sponsorship is a very new vertical for TechSoc. It was officially introduced only in the previous tenure. We have been, I've listed a few companies which have sponsored TechSoc events in the past, which are Aether Energies, Arcana, and GitHub. These people, these deal with tech companies or some industries as well, to get either monetary or non-monetary sponsorship for the events. Now, we this time we'll also be aiming for getting out some projects from the companies from which the direct monetary sponsorship is not possible. Now, these projects would be technical projects that would be given to the GSB to solve. Also, if possible, these would be kind of paid projects which would be considered kind of a technical internship for them. So TechSoc would also enter into this domain of industrial connections for GSB. Now, this is a very new thing, so I want you guys, whoever is wanna applying for sponsorships, to ideate on it at a good extent, that how can we relate to industries, how can we approach companies, and how can we bring out these projects for students, and can we do anything else as well to give students a good exposure of technology. Now comes branding. Now, as I said, branding is divided into two teams, which is content and design. This content team basically works on developing of the Kalam papers, which is the blog series of TechSoc, a screenshot of which is attached over here. So these Kalam papers, they make technical blogs, mostly related to the current trends in the world, whichever are going on. As you would know, there is an AI boom all over. So all the companies are aiming for AI models, and then people are criticizing this technology. So this blog series has catered onto this domain as well. Over, I would say, 3 to 4 blogs, particularly on AI. Apart from this, these have some fun blogs as well, related to what's so special about the powers of 10 that the scientific community uses it so frequently. Or I would say some very basic starting level blogs, like if you want to start out web dev just as a beginner, what else should you do to what should be the first set of resources that you should be referring. Similarly, when we go to design team, these guys design our posters, design our mails, design our merch, and because they deal with merchandise, they deal with income. So we do. This was the T-shirt which we had released in the previous tenure, and design guys need to be very great at judging a particular design, whether it is good or not, or what changes can be made into it to ensure that the GSP likes it, and it caters to this mentality of technically minded people. There are a lot of softwares that design team works on. Two of them are Canva and Figma. I would say this time we would be requiring video editors as well. So video editing is also a very great skill for applying to design team. And as these memes suggest that Photoshop and all, okay, these are required, but yeah, first your aptitude is the best thing that you need for applying to design team. Now comes the Inter IIT Tech Meet. Now, this thing is again because this is basically the biggest festival of technology oriented people in IIT. Uh, I hope you guys have a rough idea about it. Inter IIT Tech Meet is basically when all the 23 IITs come together at a single IIT to solve out PSS in various domains of tech. So TechSoc actually hunts for talent in Insti. We we catch hold of people who are good in a particular domain of tech, we train them to excel in their skill, and finally we prepare them for this particular contest which happens in November or December. um, this the previous time it happened in Madras itself, whose logo is over here, and before that it happened in Kanpur. The location keeps on changing, but the best thing about inter IIT is the problem statements are given by companies. These are very, very, very tough, and you get to connect with the best people over all the IITs, because the contingents are really, really concise. So they consist of around 6 to 7 people per contingent, like per domain of tech. So you get to see these 6 to 7 people who are best from IIT Bombay, best from IIT Delhi, best from IIT Kanpur. You get to meet them. So yeah, networking is a very, very big thing over here. Again, connection with the companies is really, really helpful. If you are in inter IIT tech meet, you get internship opportunities. Even people have received PPOs here. So yeah, it's a really great opportunity to participate into. Finally, what is in it for you to apply for TechSoc? So TechSoc first of all deals with the personal and professional skill development of its team members. So we have regular sessions wherein we teach the skills required for your good internships, your good placements, or if you want to pursue startups. So what all skills you require, what all tools you require, these are shared by the senior team to the junior teams by some skill transfer sessions, and there are some skill sharing sessions as well, which you would be very used to once you join the team. So your personal learning curve would also be very, very good if you join TechSoc in comparison to other teams of Insti. Now, the second point comes is you get to your ownership of ideas. So you get to ideate upon events, you get to ideate upon any new initiative that has never been taken up in Insti, because TechSoc gives you the freedom to do literally anything that can help you improve tech. You can actually think of really out of the box ideas and initiatives which no one has thought before. For example, if I would say Build School, the vertical which we had talked before, this was itself an initiative of a TechSoc team member. So this can be the scale of your ideation, and you yourself get the chance to lead your idea to bring it into implementation. So yeah, ownership would help you develop leadership qualities as well. Then this is a golden chance to drive the tech culture of a technical institute, because we are into IITs. You would be kind of the driving horses for the tech which everyone wants to ride upon. Opportunity to connect with the smartest techies of IIT. Now, here comes two things. First of all, we in the senior batches, because we have really good people into tech, you get to connect directly to them, and from the junior batch you get to create these smart minds for the next set of batches coming up. So you really hold an important position in institute, which is recognized by almost all the bodies in institute, and it's about the impact that you can bring upon the entire institute, not just a very niche domain of people which the other PORs deal with. And of course, hell lot of pizzas. We order pizzas like anything, so you guys can just like towards the end of the tenure, I'm sure you guys just would be hating pizzas after eating so much. And this is the motto that drives the TechSoc team, that innovation is the outcome of a habit. It's not a random act. So we keep on pushing people in Insti to do tech continuously. It's not a spike in the graph which helps you develop a technical expertise. It's the consistent effort which helps you develop that skill set which the world needs today. If anyone can guess who is the guy who gave this quote, just put it in the chat box. It would be really great. And yeah, these are the aspiring codes and managers group. If any one of you haven't joined it yet, please join it. All the updates of the applications would be shared here, and the applications are already released, as I would say. These are my contact details. um, any doubts? If you have, it's your chance now. You may please go ahead. Yeah, sure, you may unmute or you may put it in the chat as when it's as you find it. Okay, so inter-IT selections, fine. So inter-IT selections, till previous time it was kind of very spiked, it was skewed. So this time what we are planning is the inter-IT selections would be over the odd semester coming up. So right from the starting of the semester, we need to track upon people who are participating into TechSoc events, who are performing really, really great into it, and we need to identify this pool of people and then put it into the probables of inter-IT contingents and start a training for them separately. So it's gonna be a long process, but yeah, TechSoc is going to be the pivotal point over here, where if you want to get into inter-IT, it's really helpful if you follow up with TechSoc very keenly. Do you want to know something very specific, or is your doubt cleared, Narayanan? Cool. Does anybody else have any doubt in the applications? Like, have you all seen the applications? Cool. Just make a note of my contact details. Just feel free to approach me anytime. Anytime, I do not mean mid of the night, but cool. Yeah. So I'm available over WhatsApp. I'm available over mail. If you guys have any doubt, just ping me over there, or you may call me for a separate fun day session for any of the verticals as well. So I would be very happy to help you out. And yeah, please remember, the impact that you can bring through TechSoc is phenomenal. So this is a golden opportunity for you guys to be in a team like this. So yeah, do apply. And if you guys have any other doubt, just speak up now, or maybe we can get on a call very soon. Chalo. I hope there's no doubt. Okay. Just give me a thumbs up if you guys have no doubt, so that I get to know that. Cool, chalo. Got it. Fine, guys. So I'll be waiting for your messages if you have any doubts, or if you want to schedule any meet, just feel free to ask me for it. Cool. Chalo.